Welcome back. A house right next to a busy children's hospital isn't exactly the kind of location most buyers are seeking.
But when a home across the street from UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital in Oakland hit the market, an important buyer didn't waste any time.
Casey Pratt joins us with that story. Hey, Casey.
Yeah, Dan and Liz, this was a really interesting story to do. For Ronald McDonald House Charities, it was the perfect spot. And for children in need of bone marrow transplants, this home opening in 2023 will be an absolute game changer.
It was hard. They weren't sure that she was going to make it there for a second.
When 14-year-old Raylyn Hawkins needed a stem cell transplant, she was sent to the experts at UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital in Oakland. Except it was 4 hours away from home, and she was in for a lengthy stay.
We were in the hospital stay for 6 weeks, and then we found out we had to stay an additional 3 months.
We require that families be within 20 minutes of the hospital in case there's an emergency that develops. So you can imagine what a strain that puts on family finances, the convenience of not living at home.
They said that if they couldn't find a charity house, that we would have had to pay for a hotel every night for 3 months or stay somewhere. And we were like panicking, and luckily we found something and it worked out.
Fortunately, Ronald McDonald House Charities came to Sheena and Ray's aid. But without any openings in Oakland, they stayed across the bay in a donated apartment in San Francisco.
So thank God that we were close, but it would have been nice if we were closer. So it was tough times. It was a struggle.
Recently, a house across the street from UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital in Oakland hit the market. Ronald McDonald House Charities pounced on the opportunity.
You can see the hospital from the guest rooms, and for the families to be able to be that close to their child, it's amazing.
Having this new housing facility is a godsend, to be honest.
Location, location, location. Ronald McDonald House in Oakland is now right here. When you stay here, you are literally across the street from UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital, Oakland, where your family is being taken care of.
And they're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the world's best children's hospital that cares for patients with sickle cell anemia and bone marrow transplant patients. We're so fortunate to have this house right next to our hospital.
The new Ronald McDonald House will serve up to 7 families recovering from bone marrow transplants, just like Ray. It will also provide a meeting space for siblings and services for the whole family.
When a child is receiving an intensive treatment and recovering from it, we need families at their best.
It helps us as nurses and physicians to care for the patient, and we know that the family's being cared for.
So now they have the house, but some housewarming is in order for it to truly become a home. The Oakland A's decided to lead off that effort with a truck full of toys and video games for the future tenants.
To give them a place right across the street where they can see the hospital, they know their child's right over there, they can come here, get a home-cooked meal, take a nice shower, feel like they're at home when they're far away from home and going through what could be the toughest thing they have to go through as a family. It's just really comforting to know that we have a place like this close here in Oakland for our families.
Stephen Vogt was saying that his kids picked out a lot of the things that they brought here today. Nobody knows what a kid wants more than a kid. It was heartwarming to see the players come out and support us this way.
I want to challenge the community to support Ronald McDonald House efforts so that they can continue this amazing work.
Sheena and Ray are so happy to hear about the new home, but hope to never stay there. Ray, now 15, is on to bigger things, like 10th grade.
Well, it was rough. And I felt like when we stayed down there for 3 months, it just flew by.
We got through it, and now we're back home, and she gets to start school soon, which she hasn't been able to be in school for a while, so she gets to start. All that's behind us now.
I'm so happy to report that Ray is now back in school and doing great. It was such a pleasure sharing stories with Sheena and Ray. My own daughter Emmy spent 85 days at the same children's hospital. That's where I first came in contact with Ronald McDonald House Charities. They provided families at the hospital with free meals. The comforts of home go such a long way in these tough times there. And coming up in sports, we're going to hear more from A's catcher Stephen Vogt, who has a personal connection to Ronald McDonald House.
That is just so great. And your daughter's doing well, right?
She's doing amazing. Yeah,
That's
she's
awesome.
perfectly fine.
Good. And what a great story.
Thanks, Casey, very much. We appreciate it.
All right, stick with us. We'll be right back.